Good evening. A fellow researcher and friend of mine, Danny Green, contacted me and said that there was a Dogman sighting up on Angles Crest, which is a small little mountain range area right above LA, like the 15 million people that live in Los Angeles. Super busy. This is a cut through to get back from the Inland Empire and the main part of Los Angeles, and there's this little hilly mountain area. There have been a number of reports of Bigfoot there over the years and other Dogman sightings. I have heard of it. But what was so cool is Danny was actually able to talk to this young man and record an interview with him, and he was nice enough to share it with me. So here's the interview for you guys. I thought it was quite fascinating. He seemed pretty believable to me, and from the reports, and just from around the country, it seems like every patch of woods out there is capable of producing a sighting of some kind of a cryptid. And like I said, we're getting more and more sightings throughout the U.S. of Bigfoot, Dogman, and other things. And I think this is going to continue to rise, even close to very big cities. So go ahead and check this out, and let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Fresh out of high school, just got my car, been traveling a lot, especially lately, doing a lot of driving.
Okay. And when did this happen?
A couple nights ago, last week, so probably, I think it was Friday.
Friday night, so that would have been March the 1st.
Yeah.
Okay. March the 1st, 2019, and approximately 10:30 at night, you say?
Yeah,
okay.
At least.
All right, so maybe later?
Yeah, because we were up there a while, so yeah, probably about 10:30, 10:45.
Okay.
That's when I split, and then that's when I was on my way down.
Okay, would you be willing to take me up there and show me where you saw him?
Yeah, sure, sometime.
Okay, when would you be available for that?
Whenever.
How about later tonight?
Can't later tonight. I got
Okay.
work this week, but maybe this weekend.
Okay, I'm going out to New York, but when I get back, we'll
Sure,
do that.
Absolutely.
All right, so you went up to go drive up the crest and hang out. Did you notice anything strange when you were hanging out with your friends?
No, everything was fine. It was just really foggy, really dark. Right after the rains, we were up there just admiring everything, and it was really foggy. I mean, it was socked in. You couldn't see for 5 feet, and I couldn't hear anything. All I could hear was the water, whole lot of water down the valley.
Okay.
And yeah.
Did you hear any cries or any sounds or howls?
No, absolutely dead silent. Heard nothing. All you could hear was passing cars going up and down the crest.
Okay,
That's it.
No crickets or anything like that?
No.
All right. Now, did you notice any smells or anything?
No, just really fresh. Like you know when you go to the beach and it's really fresh out? Like in the early morning, it smelled like that because of all the moisture in the air. It was really nice.
So, just for the record, were you drinking or doing anything like that when you were up there?
No, absolutely not, because I was driving.
Okay. Now, are you a believer in any kind of cryptids like Bigfoot or aliens or anything like that?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. But probably not in Los Angeles.
Not in Los Angeles, not this close to the city.
Okay. So you were up there parked with your friends around 10:30 at night, and you came home, and that's when you had your encounter.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and just kind of walk us into what happened.
So this is way up the crest. It's far enough up the crest where you can't see any of the city lights, so it's pitch dark up there. And again, it was really foggy. You couldn't really see for maybe 5-10 feet at the most, so I was going extra slow, especially on the way down. And about 4 or 5 miles up from that sign that I was telling you about, Angles Crest National Forest sign or whatever, way up there's a big old straight bend of road, and there's some pine trees. It's a little heavily wooded. Now, when this first happened, I thought it was a prank at first. I was like, maybe there's just some kids in a suit playing a trick on me, but if you had been there and seen that thing, and I'm not kidding you, this thing almost made me shit my pants. It was that big and that scary looking. And at this, I don't know where he went, but it wasn't a sharp cliff straight down like most of the crest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a big bend. It looked like, he probably could have crawled his way down. Maybe he's heading down to get some water or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm coming down this bend. I'm going extra slow. And the first thing I see is the face. And I start slowing down because this thing isn't moving very fast. It's just slowly kind of lumbering across.
So it was like walking?
It was walking. It wasn't running. It wasn't jogging. It was just kind of cruising along.
2 feet or 4 feet?
2 feet. And
Okay.
this thing was big, at least 7 or 8 feet tall.
Now, describe it from, let's start from the feet all the way up. Now, did it have legs like a person, or did it have legs like a dog?
It had legs like canine, like a dog.
Canine, like with hawks, like back turn.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I stand
Just like him, but much bigger.
Yeah, so if I stand my wolf, I have a wolf right here, and if I stand him up, that's what his legs would have looked like.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, did you notice when you get to the hands, did it have hands or did it have like paws?
It looked like human arms or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but it had like, you could see the claws or whatever. It looked like a bear.
Okay.
It had big claws on it.
So like big raccoon
Yeah,
claws.
exactly. Kind of
Okay.
like that.
Now, did you see the chest at all? Was the chest hairy?
Oh yeah, it had a big chest on it. It almost looked human until you got closer. It just has long, thick black fur.
Okay. Did you see any genitals on it?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Now, describe the face if you could.
Face looked just like a German Shepherd. Same snout, like same face in general, and distinctive tall, pointy ears.
Did it have tufts of hair on the side?
Yeah, just like Loki.
Okay. Did it have any tufts of hair on top of its ears?
Yep.
Okay.
Big, long ones.
Okay. Did it have any markings on it?
No, just solid black.
Solid black.
You know when a dog looks at like light or whatever, you see the green in the back of the eyes?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
So
when I looked at my headlights, I was like, it's got the face of a dog. It looked just like a German Shepherd.
So you got like eye shine from it.
Yep,
And
exactly.
What color was it?
Green,
Green. And you saying you were guessing around 8 feet tall?
at least.
Could it stand up in this room?
No.
Okay.
This thing was huge.
And when it noticed you, did it stop or just keep going?
It glanced at me and then it started speeding up. Just started moving across the road a little bit faster.
Okay.
But when I was coming around the bend, he was kind of just walking along. And it was straight across the road. The Angles Crest Freeway was pretty wide.
Yeah, but it's only 2 lanes.
Yeah, it's only 2 lanes. But he was just kind of walking along, and then once my car started coming around the corner, he started speeding up, and then he went over the guardrail.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like when he went over the guardrail, he got on all fours. He didn't kind of just step over it. That's what convinced me this isn't a prank. It was all about the way it was moving, that this did not look like a prank at all. And this is on a very long, straight stretch of road where there's no turnouts. Anybody that wanted to play a really good prank would have to walk at least half a mile to get to where this spot was where I saw it.
In an 8 foot tall suit with hawk legs.
Yeah.
All right, so it doesn't really sound like a prank.
No,
Can you kind
not
of
at all.
describe how it was moving? Was it moving like a person, or was it moving very fluid, or was it going fast or
Very
slow?
fluid, very smooth, on 2 feet, had no problem balancing.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of walking along. And the only time I think I saw it go on all fours was when it went over the guardrail and decided to start heading down into the crest.
Okay, did you have your windows up or down?
Had my windows down.
Okay. Did you think about rolling them up after you saw it?
No, I was going pretty fast. I wasn't worried about him coming after me.
Oh, okay. Now,
Didn't look too interested in me.
okay. So, did you get any kind of feeling when you saw the animal?
It scared the shit out of me because it's like nothing I've ever seen before. And I've seen some weird stuff up the crest. I've seen, it looks like satellites or whatever, but it looks almost like UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
Because out in Arizona, out where my grandpa lives, Snowflake, which is near the New Mexico border, there's very little city light, and you can see all the stars, and you see some weird stuff. I see that sort of stuff up there at the crest.
Oh, yeah.
Every now and then, especially in the summer. And I have seen some stuff up there, weird stuff. Like, that's not a bear. What was that? Was it a dog? You don't really know. That sort
Right.
of stuff. You see, just animals in general.
And you know me, I go up there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Does it kind of maybe change the way you feel about going up there and hanging out in turnouts?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I'll definitely be much more on my guard after seeing that.
Have you told any of your friends about this, other than Mac?
No, I don't think any of my friends would believe me. They'd look at me like I'm on crack.
Yeah. Well,
When I told my family about this, actually I told my dad. I wasn't going to tell my mom or my aunts because my aunts and my mom don't believe in that stuff. They think it's ridiculous. They probably would have think I was smoking weed or
well,
something.
you didn't believe in it either.
At first I didn't believe it. I thought it was a prank, like I said. And then once I really started thinking about it, I lost a whole bunch of sleep that night when I got back. I was really exhausted, and when I crawled into bed, I just could not stop thinking about it. Because I just kept thinking, is this a prank, or was that really something? Was it real? Was that an actual sort of animal? And the more I thought about it, I was like, that couldn't have been real. The way it was moving, the spot, the location that was at, where there's no turnouts for about a half mile that way and a half mile back, no way. No one would put in the time and effort to hike all the way there just to pull something like this off. And it just, if you'd seen this thing the way it was moving, which is just smooth, solid walk on 2 feet, and like I said, the minute it started to go over that guardrail, it looked like it got on all fours and tried to take off down that hill. Because that's as my car was slowly starting to And I started to slow down because now I was starting to get curious, like, what is that? And then the minute he went over that guardrail, you didn't see him because he's dark black. Long black hair. Very smooth looking.
So on his legs, did he have long hair?
Oh yeah, covered head to toe.
Like how long would you say the hair was?
That long.
Okay, like Loki hair.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Like my wolf dog. Okay. All right. Well, awesome, man. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's all I saw.
Oh.
It's still pretty freaky the more I think about it.
Yeah.
Sorry about the audio ending kind of abruptly. Uh, as you can see, the young man wanted me to keep his name private and his face private due to ridicule, so I don't blame him. It was sent to me as a whole video, but we left the video portion out and just put some pictures in to help set the mood. But thank you very much, Danny, for sending this to me. So Danny, the guy who sent this to me, also is fairly close with the local sheriff's department up there from the office, and he told me that they've been getting a lot of strange reports, for lack of a better term, of werewolves and large dogs running across the road. And obviously, being kind of straight-laced law enforcement, they found that really odd. Also, as a coincidence, a big chunk of the Angles Crest Highway right now is currently shut down. It's supposed to be for quote-unquote repairs, but there's a big section of it right in the middle that's closed off. And this last Saturday night, Danny and I went up there, did a little bit of call blasting, and got out and looked around with our flashlights at a bunch of different locations. We managed to kick up some owls and got kind of creeped out at a couple spots, but didn't really see anything too substantial. When the road opens back up, I definitely want to go back up there and look around. But sheriff's reporting werewolves, this young man having a sighting, and the road being conveniently closed, I think there's definitely something going on up there. Thank you very much, folks. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and stay safe in the woods and the roadways.